It's a scorching day on the Amazon River, and for reasons that defy both logic and survival instincts, you've decided to jump in. The water is warm, the current gentle, and for the moment, it feels like paradise. But then, out of the corner of your eye, you spot them. A shimmering school of piranhas, gliding towards you like tiny aquatic velociraptors. You freeze. The rumours flood your mind. The feeding frenzies, the bone-stripping legends, the horror movie scenarios. You're pretty sure you've just signed your own death certificate here. But how quickly would they actually eat you? Let's rewind a bit and break this down because, believe it or not, piranhas have been victims of some serious slander over the years. First off, these fish aren't just swimming around looking for the next unfortunate human to turn into a skeleton. They've got better things to do, like munching on fruit, scavenging for scraps, and playing Fortnite. Sure, they can eat meat, but they're not the bloodthirsty lunatics Hollywood makes them out to be. Think of them more as a clean-up crew of the river, less murderers, more janitors. Let's set the stage for the absolute worst-case scenario. You're bleeding, flailing around like an injured capybara, and you've stumbled into the middle of a hangry school of piranhas during the dry season when food is scarce. This is their equivalent of Thanksgiving dinner, and you've just volunteered to be the turkey. But even in this nightmare situation, the idea of them stripping you to the bone in seconds is, well, pure fiction. Let's be real. Piranhas are terrifyingly efficient biters. Their teeth are like tiny steak knives, perfectly designed to slice through flesh. Combine that with their powerful jaws, and they're definitely not the fish that you'd want to shake hands with, if they had hands. But efficiency doesn't mean speed. It would take a school of about 30 piranhas several hours to skeletonize a full-grown human, and that's assuming you're already dead and lying perfectly still. Like some kind of all-you-can-eat buffet platter. If you're alive and thrashing, your odds improve dramatically. Why? Because piranhas are surprisingly cautious animals. They're not reckless killers, they're opportunists. Attacking a moving target is incredibly risky, and piranhas don't like taking risks. They're more likely to nibble cautiously, decide you're not worth the trouble, and then swim away in search of something less feisty. The infamous frenzies you've seen in viral videos are usually staged, with someone tossing in a bleeding carcass to provoke the fish. In the wild, piranhas are much more interested in scavenging than hunting. Dead fish, decomposing animals, fallen fruit, they're not picky eaters, but they do have a preference for things that simply don't fight back. Even during the dry season, when resources are scarce and tempers run high, piranhas rarely target large, healthy animals. They're more likely to nip at a wounded or dying creature than launch a coordinated attack on something that could potentially bite back. Or, in your case, flail around like a poorly synchronized swimmer. So, why all the fear-mongering? Blame it on early explorers and sensationalist stories. Theodore Roosevelt himself even contributed to the myth, writing about their ferocity after witnessing a staged feeding frenzy during his travels in South America. Since then, piranhas have been cast as aquatic serial killers in everything from pulp novels to B-movies. But here's the truth, folks. If you're swimming in piranha-infested waters, the chances of being eaten alive are slim to none. In fact, you're more likely to die from drowning, crocodiles, or even a stray mosquito bite than a piranha attack. Unless you're actively bleeding and making yourself look like an easy target, piranhas are probably more scared of you than you are of them. Now, let's entertain the hypothetical. You've decided to see how long it would take for piranhas to eat you. For science, of course. You lower yourself into the water, stay completely still, and wait. I should probably clarify at this stage that you should not do this at home, or anywhere else for that matter. The first nibble comes after a few minutes, a tentative bite, like a chef sampling the sauce. If the fish decide you're edible, more will join in, each one taking a small, precise bite at you. It's not a frenzy, it's more like a really weird group dinner party. By the time they've made any significant progress, you're bored, cold, or probably reconsidering your life choices. Unless you're in the middle of a particularly large and desperate school, the whole process could take hours. And again, this assumes you're not moving or fighting back, which quite frankly is unrealistic. In conclusion, how quickly would a piranha eat you? Not very quickly, and probably not at all. These misunderstood fish are far less interested in attacking people, and unless you go out of your way to make yourself look like a delicious snack, they'll likely leave you alone. So the next time you're bobbing around in the Amazon River, take a deep breath and relax. The real threat isn't the piranhas. It's believing everything that you've seen in the movies. And if you're still nervous after all of that, then why not just go dig up a carcass from the local graveyard and bring it with you? Because if they can bite that instead of you, then that's a peace offering worth making.